You've gone from being bankrupt, you've gone and sold your mate's stuff, raised some cash.
Yep.
How much cash did you raise from that exercise? I just want to get some metrics around this and really get into the granular of how you climbed from bankrupt to 20 million a year, and talk a little bit about the funding path. How did you fund it? Was it just from growth? But let's talk about, you sold this stuff. How much cash did that get you? And then what did you do with that cash? And how did you, let's go a little bit step by step through that.
Yeah, so we had so many different things on the go at the time. So from construction to projects to individual trips. So a lot of stuff was sourced just for ourselves, just to put into the projects.
So you were developing still at this time?
Yeah. Or sorry, my partner was developing
townhouses kind of stuff, or
upmarket houses through Broadbeach.
Okay, so upmarket houses through Broadbeach. So this is your business partner. You're helping him develop those.
Yep.
And you're buying this stuff from China and putting it into your own projects and then selling it.
Correct.
As a side business as well. So that's really interesting that you're actually in the trade, you're understanding the problems, right? And this is important for people to understand. You are very close to the reality of these products in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing the projects, you're compounding the money out of that. And is Lox's yours, or have you got a business partner in it?
It's like a partnership in the Australian side, yeah.
Yeah, great, okay. Yeah. So you two of you are doing this stuff, and then you're developing these products and selling it. You got to 1,000 SKUs. So this is just compounding money, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you're compounding this capital. How much did you raise from selling that stuff? Ballpark. Are we talking 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand?
Oh, a few hundred, yeah.
A few hundred grand.
A few hundred grand.
Okay.
Because each container at the time, we're probably doing 3 or 4 containers coming in each month. They would have anywhere valued from 20, 30 grand each.
Okay.
Okay,
so the relationship's super important here, right? Like you got this great trusting relationship with somebody that believed in you and helped, which is wonderful. Yeah. So the containers are coming in, and so then you get to this point where you peak at 1,000, you get intervention from this coaching, and then how long did it take you to get from this 1,000 to 150 and then 150 down to, you know what, screw it, we're going all in on, what was that journey on the Lox's Greats?
So that was only 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, that's when I rebranded to Lux's Greats, and that was wholly and solely in just Greats. So prior to that, for the first 6 years, I said that first 3 years was all the different combination. Then I scaled it down to 150. That lasted for about a couple of years. So about that 6 years in, that was the tipping point. It was like, we're only selling Great. And
what made you go all in on the Greats? Just
the numbers, and gut feeling, knowing that there was still nothing else there like it. There was nothing around that was anything similar. It wasn't servicing the market the way it should. And it was making at this stage 80% of my revenue. So it was like, let's make it 100% of our revenue.
So it was one of the products.
One of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So bankrupt 2008, 2010 you started the rebuild.
Yep.
And then 6 years, so 2016 of just figuring out. So I want people to really hear that, right? Like, don't miss that, because it's easy looking at Tim today going, oh, this dude's doing 20 million. This dude was bankrupt in 2008, 2 years of licking his wounds and recovering and going through the shit. I very similar to him. I was down to my last $4,000 in 2008. I almost went bankrupt. I was right on the edge. It took me 2 years just to dig myself out of the hole and have enough confidence to put my face out there again. And then it was 6 years from that point of reserving the apprenticeship before you found the winning product. Everybody listening at home needs to hear that, because it is not an easier path than a 6-year college education or university degree. It's just a different path, and with a lot more pain. I'll just say pain. I was going to say something else there, but you can fill in the blanks of what was I saying. So so it took you 6 years, and then you finally got to, right, I found this product 6 years later, and then you went, and we're going to create a separate company here just on these vertical draining systems.
Yeah. So given that I reassessed every product, what sort of volume we're selling, what were people engaged with. And I remember taking that product 10 years ago. I went door knocking, and I took this little piece of or sample of it, and knocked on 100 doors, and 97 of them went, nah, mate, no thanks, get out. And I thought, oh, that's strange, because I thought it was a pretty good product. So me being the face, going out there and asking for the business essentially didn't work, and that's why I come back and went, I'll make something else. So I continued to make other products, thinking that the market or the people I was talking to, it wasn't resonating with them. Even though I knew it was okay, it was certainly served a purpose, and it solved a problem that was in the market. So I had a few friends that are still using it, but they just didn't have that impact at the time when I was reaching out to market. Hence why I kept scattering around trying to make more products. I'll make something else. I'll do a tap. That'll be better, and that spigot will be better, and that bit of glass, and become more price orientated more so than unique. And so from more books and more mentoring, it was look for the unique lines, things that have got a bit more margin, that's a bit more unique to me. That like I said, that apprenticeship in that 6 years was finding there's heaps of failures in that, heaps of product I spent lots of money on.
It's that product where people go, oh shit, I haven't seen that before. Is that what you're saying? That immediate
Yeah, and that was the unique side. I thought it had that unique value at the start. I just didn't give it the time because my entrepreneurial ADD was like, I spoke to 2 people. Nah, they didn't want it.
Yeah, it just needed a bit more time in the market.
It did need a bit more time.
And how much time did that take before you turned from 3 out of 100 to more than that?
At least 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So real time.
Yeah. And it took, like I said, and then even at that 6 year mark, or even at the rebrand 8 years ago, which it was just Lux's Greats. At that particular point, I had 24 wholesalers and only selling $750,000 of.
And how many wholesalers today?
Over 2,000.
Yeah.
Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Unemployable. If you want to watch another clip, click here, or if you want to see the full episode, click here. Bye for now.